What's going on, guys? Installment number 4. Got some grief from my hat last time. You know what? It's cold in the gym. You wear a hat. Worked out. Didn't want to take the hat off because I got hat hair. All right. Another user request. We're talking about kind of tight hamstrings after a long day of sitting. You sit in this position, right? You can see this angle of my knee is short, right? I'm not an extension. So kind of this bottom half quadrant of your hamstring gets really tight by the end of the day, right? And then I'm usually cocked forward, right, in this overextended position. So the top part of your hamstrings, fibers, right, whatever you want to call it, get a little elongated, right? So you're really short at the bottom of your hamstring and kind of get a little elongated and tight at the top. Tight hamstrings can be a couple reasons. They can be weak, right? You can have a big deficit from your quads, right? Your quads being a lot stronger in comparison to your hamstrings. Or you can just have plain old tight hamstrings. So there's a few ways to go about tight hamstrings. It can either be, right, I actually need to clear up some adhesions and make them more flexible, or I also need to make them stronger. So I always like to do both. But I'm gonna give you one step right now, a few steps to kind of unglue them, at least getting them feel better after a long day of sitting. So, right, lacrosse ball again, used it in the last one. We're just gonna put it underneath your hamstring. We're gonna tear it up, right? I like to extend my leg, go side to side, kind of get all those tender bits, right? I'm right in the center, kind of find something that's pretty gnarly. I can really kind of lay down and press into it. Just flex, extend, right? Tear up that whole hamstring. 2 minutes each side, right? You do this before you do your stretches. It's gonna make them a lot more effective. All right, that's piece number 1. Got it moving again. All right, next we are going to stretch it. So, you bought your bands, right? Like last time, what you're gonna do, you're gonna take one of those bands, again, attach it to something. Get it in this hip crease, right? Once it's in that hip crease, I'm gonna get another one, and I'm gonna attach it over top, right? From there, I'm just gonna let this kind of put a lot of pressure, pull that leg down, that hip capsule down and back, and then I'm just gonna kind of floss these hamstrings, right? I kind of go in and out, point my toe, right? I like to keep that hamstring moving because we're never in any time that we're moving are we just hanging on it really, or any movements that we do in the gym. We're never just kind of sitting there hanging and stretching, right? The hamstrings, I like a little stretch reflex. I think they release quicker, right? And you get more effectiveness and more functionality out of the stretch, right? Go in and out 20 times, hang out 1, 2, 3, flex your ankle a little bit more. You might feel a little kind of nervy down the back. All right, got that stretching, but I can't stress enough, right, that your hamstrings will always stay tight if your quads are really tight. If my quads are really tight, right, my hamstrings are actually gonna get tighter, and if my quads are really dominant, my hamstrings are gonna get tighter to try and compensate to keep your body safe, okay? So this is actually gonna be your bread and butter, right? Anytime you stretch your hamstrings, get down, 2 minutes each side, tear up your quads, because I guarantee you, right, if you're a desk warrior, right, your quads are gonna be tight and short. So get that bigger band, get a pad for your knee. Load up right underneath your butt cheek, right? Get it up underneath there, make sure you don't pinch anything, get it nice and flat. What I'm gonna do, right, band's pulling me in, I'm gonna drive that hip through, squeeze my butt, all right? When I squeeze that butt, that kind of turns off the quads, and then from there, I'm also gonna have my abs down, right? If I go in and go to stretch my quads, but I let go of that midsection, I'm still in this overextended position, we kind of defeat the purpose, right? I want a co-contraction between my butt and my abs, right? Drive through, squeeze that butt cheek, open those hips up, right? That gets us hip extension. Next, we're gonna kind of drive in and get a deep hip flexor stretch, right? This is called hip hyperextension. So we're just gonna drive through, tear it up, open those quads, minute each side, and that is gonna help with that wicked hamstring tightness, right? It'll even help with some lower back tightness, pain. If you have any chronic tightness going on, and especially in the gym, that's gonna help you squats, deadlifts, all the above. Until next time.